Welcome everyone to our third WTL Arena Showcase match. This is a Diamond Plus game. Some people in the comments said that next time we should actually show the actual ranks and all that sort of stuff, everyone. So this is the right team. So we got Stella, Jungler, Diamond, Puckyin, the Galio,
Poosin.
Master,
Poosin.
Flamemaker, Poosin, there we go, Sora. So, and then also another GM play, that's Marushko. I think that's the Vayne there, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, he's on his EU West account, but he's from EU Northeast. So he's playing on a bit of ping.
Yep. So remember we said before we were going to keep the people high elo to a higher standard. So yes. Stella's going to have a bit of a break here, but Sorest and Marushka, the Vayne, that's what we're looking at here. And then the other team, so you'd actually maybe it's like unbalanced match back in here a little bit. We've got two GMs versus not, right? So we've got Missing Particle, Yasuo, Rico, AD Carry, Master, AD Carry, Master, and then we have Aurora here, who I believe
having
is
a
being
crack.
Diamond, having a crack. But yeah, there we go, everyone. But it's support main. Oh, so it's probably
Aura's got some good win rates. He's I believe in Aura.
Yeah. All right. So where should we focus here, guys? What lanes are interesting here?
Well, Nathan, we've got to start with the jungle.
With the jungle,
you know,
okay,
the
so
early game,
right.
the jungle take over the show. Nathan.
I reckon Stella's the main character this game. I want to see how Stella navigates this game as the Diamond player.
Well,
yeah, bots a mess. Like bots Vayne Bard.
I mean, if I'm Pantheon, you're sprint Lucian Nami. This is chaos, right? Like you've got to go. We got to go.
How does Vayne Bard play the game?
They should get obliterated, right?
Yeah, I actually did a review this morning with the Vayne Bard, and I told him that your job is to basically just hold on for dear life, and hopefully you get to Kraken Slayer or Bork, not down 50 CS.
I actually like this from Stella. I think this is cool.
This is
I really hate this from Pantheon. I think this is really bad.
Okay, so what's bad about this, Nathan?
We're pathing towards bot. We have Lucian Nami, very heavy, aggressive, lane.
Well, he could invade. He could do Raptors to goal.
Yeah.
But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's see where the clear goes. Because if I'm Pantheon, I'm thinking about splitting the map here.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Whoa, there we go.
Nathan it's got outplayed by Charlie.
Jungled by an 80 carry. Come on, mate.
Yeah.
This
is
is good
insane.
at this game.
I love this. I love this from Pantheon. This is so game winning.
Me and
look at
Yelena
this.
Belova.
Oh no! And then they just smack the wave, right?
Yeah, this is fine. Well, no, I think Nami should be there, but Lucian smacks the wave. This has gone horribly wrong.
So realistically, right? Nami
needs some
should
vision
have realized...
toggle. What's blue vision? We need vision toggle.
Yeah, exactly. So this guy needs to get in and get out way quicker, right? So Galio has moved.
Oh, dude, no, he failed the flash smite. It's end of review.
Oh, is that what happened?
No, we'll give it a strike. We'll give him a strike, surely.
Oh, no, guys, there's a principle here. You're meant to wait here a little bit.
Yes,
he's too early.
Correct. That's right.
I can't remember. You got to wait here like 4 or 5 seconds. You need to catch him on the gromp. It's about the execution. I was going to say, how does this not work? Yeah, we're not playing for the blue. We're playing for the gromp kill.
Exactly.
So
right.
what you need to do is you do
very
Raptors
low
and you wait.
on the gromp. Yes.
You wait here about 5 seconds in this bush. 5 seconds and then bam. Also, by the way, it's really important to have red sweeper trick up when you do this invaders, by the way, because you need to make sure that you'd start sweeping here. You need to know that you're operating not on vision, right? So right idea, misexecution. Right.
That would also time much better with bot lane crashing the second wave.
Yes, exactly right. It's too early. This is really awkward, right? Because they actually don't lose much. Because I'm going to say, like, why is nothing really going on here? We're just too early, right?
It's wave one, like, of course.
Yeah.
So you got to give Pantheon at least a half strike for that, Nathan.
Yeah, execution, absolutely.
Yep, I think at least a strike. I think even probably one full.
I think
strike,
the review's over for him.
Yeah,
I think the review's
see you later. It is.
Maybe we can win him. He can maybe win the game back.
Yep.
Let's get the yellow pen going, Nathan. That pink pen is really hard to see. We're doing live production during this. This is not going to be polished.
This is amateur hour here.
Lovely. Just for anyone who's interested, what we're doing is we end everyone's reviews one by one. And if we end all the reviews, we just stop the recording. Last 2 games we have watched them borderline to completion, but that's what's happening now.
Okay, so we need to let's just see what's going on here. We need to decide about what side of the vision we're going to look at it through, right? I think we should take a look at red side for a little bit. So Mumu just got invaded, right? Pantheon is massively behind in tempo, but to be fair, Mumu didn't get the gromp. No one got the gromp. Right?
I think tempo's even right now.
Yeah, because Mumu didn't get the gromp, it's actually relatively even.
And Mumu had some base as well, so Pantheon's actually a little bit up in tempo, if anything. But the pain point here is that Vayne got fucked because Bard ran around the map, which was probably a bit of an error by the Bard chasing that kill for so long.
Okay, can we play this out of real time? This is not a Jungle Academy review because there's a lot more going on. There's the Moomoo's clear here. So let's back up a little bit. Me too.
Nathan,
what else going on here?
Last time I was controlling and I got flamed before that Nathan said I was controlling it poorly.
This is actually really
Nathan,
hard. You actually doing a good job, actually.
You're like a 1 out of 10 so far.
Okay, so let's just slow it down here. The early game. There's a lot going on. We're trying to look at every lane here. So we got bot lane in a pretty bad position, right? Because what happened is it looks like Lucian Nami crashed
him off.
And reset
for the dive.
And now the wave is bouncing out and they've got an item advantage. So if you're Vayne Bard in this scenario, Charles, what should be your mindset here?
Yeah, he's got to guarantee the crash. Just make sure the wave hits the tower and match the recall. But it looks like Vayne already did recall, at least get a refill potion. So just crash this wave and then go place your 2 wards is what I would do as Vayne. I would place these wards very deep as well. You want to. This is really good by Marushko. Oh no, I hate this now. He needs to run. He should be sprinting towards Raptors and he should place his ward as deep as possible.
Really, you would go here.
What because he crashed a massive. He can't touch
the
wave, dude, for ages now. So he may as well look at what he's doing. He's doing doughies. I call he's doing doughies in the river. Like he's just like riding around his motorbike, just making some time marks. But look how much time he could have made a reset or warded super deep.
Okay, and now remember, it looks like pool day gank off on top side. So that's great. Now Lucian Nami already, look at that already. That is in an extremely solid position here.
I mean, Marushko should know better than this, though. Like, he's trading while his Bard's roaming. He's trying to walk up to the wave. Just relax, mate. Just wait for the wave to hit your tower.
Come in.
It's going to come in. It's a painful matchup. This is the kind of reality you must expect. But good job by Rico and Nami for taking a proactive trade there. It was good.
So let's talk about win conditions, right? Because if we are blue side, we have a lot of options. There's volatile top side matchup. There's volatility on bot side. Realistically, though, what you really probably want to be doing in Pantheon and Ari, playing mid to bot, right? That probably makes the most sense. Trying to punish this Vayne Bard.
I would want to reinvade the bot side camps as Pantheon or at least do the Dragon.
Yep. Dragon for sure.
Yeah, can we see? I need to go back and see the where we missed the opportunity. But again, I guess it's a little bit stuck. Oh, okay. So this is the problem here. You need to skip. Oh, wait.
Stop jumping around, mate.
Hold on. So, die, bam. I'm just trying to think. So where did we miss the invade?
I mean, in my opinion, he should clear all 3 topside camps, recall for longsword, and then redeploy bot side. I think staying on the map after blue is a mistake, personally.
Crab, I hope he doesn't do crab here. Crab's a bit, yes, good.
No, he missed the base. This is where he should have
I think just recall. Yeah, Evo's one longsword sprint. Yeah.
Also, as well, Yasuo should never die to topside gank. It's so obvious what Amumu's going to be doing here. Like the fact that he was heavy trading
topside. Yeah.
When he was his jungler was pathing bot side is a very big error from Yasuo. To be honest, that's even strike worthy. To be honest with you.
Yeah, because he has Ignite. It's his job to win his matchup. It's
exactly
really unacceptable.
It's very unacceptable.
Also, by the way, in terms of the repeat thing, I mean, these camps are level 1, so the Pantheon should be clearing camps first. This is good. I think this is all good. And then what we should be doing probably is recalling now and then sprint into there.
Yeah, I think at least. Like,
I see what he did. He's. Oh no, I like this. I like this a lot. I think this is all good. Yeah, this is the respawn Raptors. I think this is fantastic.
I mean, again, I'm going to be super biased here, but I fucking hate it when I'm stomping bot and my jungler is playing for 1 Raptor.
Yeah, 1 Raptor camp. I definitely I think it's fine.
Yeah. I don't know how you feel as a laner, Curtis, but it's like my jungler thinks, yippee, I'm winning the game off 1 Raptor. It's like, mate, you've just missed a dragon window, a bot side invade window, a bot dive window. Let a Mumu take the Raptor and dive the enemy bot lane, in my opinion. But
yeah,
it depends. There's a wave or anything.
It depends on I mean, look, it's fine. It depends on the game.
There was a stacked wave, dude. He did have a window to dive. Look at the massive crash Lucian Nami got.
Oh wait, we did miss a dive. Yeah,
they could have done dragon here. He could have.
Oh, my bad.
Listen to me, mate.
Well, this is the thing, Nathan. You're looking at this review through the junglers, like, my mini game versus Mumu. Yippee, I'm up a camp here. But you're not thinking about the game holistically here. You've got
my jungler in solo queue.
You've got a dominating bot lane matchup because remember these games are not solo queue. They're a little bit more like
team. Yeah, we need to start playing seriously here. Yeah, that's right.
Right? Like
I like the idea though. I do like the idea.
It's fine. It's a play. It's fine.
Yeah, it's cool.
But I agree with Charles. Like we have like literally complete control on the bot side of the map. We should be doing something with it. We haven't done anything with it.
I mean, in my opinion, this is just like the picture perfect. The difference between a master tier and a challenger jungler. A challenger jungler would dive bot, a master tier jungler would go Raptors. Whereas a diamond jungler would do neither. in my opinion.
Okay, so let's give strikes for these guys not calling it. Who's getting
Yeah,
strikes?
I agree. I think let's give Rico the strike because he was the one stacking the wave.
Yeah. So 1 strike for Rico.
Half strike for Rico.
Half strike, yeah.
Okay, so I actually like what Amumu's doing. Amumu's just splitting the map and playing through the Mbessa, which I love. I think Amumu's. I think this is like, maybe the execution's not the greatest, but like I like the mentality, right? The mentality's great.
That's fine. That's on Mbessa to hit the ulti there. That was. I mean, this is so good by Amumu. Fucking hats off. I think we'll see.
Okay, so let's see what happens here. So, Nathan, can you go back and take a look at the top lane and not skip it and just let it play out in real time? Okay. So let's just slow. There's a lot of information to gather here. So
Nathan's review's over, by the way.
Yeah, it's once the jungler's out of the game, I'm done.
Okay, so basically, yeah, I mean, I feel like what we could have done here is we could have followed up on that CC potentially with the Mbessa R. Or we could have just held the R and then dove, right? We just keep on going and dive after. But
small wins mindset. Stack the wave, dive after.
So now what we've got is blue side now, know where Amumu is. Realistically,
let's look at Galio. Double click Galio, please.
Okay, so we've got some heavy trading here. Bard has a little bit of move here. Vayne actually doesn't. Okay, so this is interesting because the wave is slow building out to the tower. So Vayne could get royally fucked here.
Vayne is fucked,
absolutely royally fucked.
Can we do some investigation? How did this occur?
Goodness.
We have to rewind the VOD. We need to find out how this happened.
Okay, so Lucian and Nami went for they shoved and they had a really good base window. So now they're slow building out. And I actually think Bard's roam here is great. This is an excellent roam from Bard. It's a roam window. But
the problem actually came earlier, Curtis. Sorry to cut you off, but they didn't crash. Vayne Bard didn't crash the wave. If you have to go back further,
take a look.
This is not a review, but look, this wave didn't they catch the wave at tower. And then watch what they do next. Instead of basing on the cannon, they try and push 1 extra. This is a mistake here because they should know Vayne Bard have no wave clear.
They have no wave clear. Yeah.
Watch this. This wave doesn't hit tower. This is the root cause of the fuck up, by the way.
Yes, correct. Yes.
There it is. Look, Rico can pull the wave.
Yeah, okay.
Yep. And now what happens is they have to return bot and fix the wave. But instead of returning bot and fixing the wave, they go mid and scrap.
I see. I didn't see that.
So that's a half strike for Bard for deploying topside when the wave was fucked.
Yep.
And it's also a half strike from Marushko to trying to push the wave in the first place.
Okay.
Get the cannon.
We've got to give some more high level learnings because this is a higher rank game. That's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, like it makes sense.
And so that means it does kind of make sense from Vayne to move here, right? If the wave was frozen, it's actually not too bad. And because
I've been in this position myself, yes. It's good. It's a good creative problem solve.
Yeah. Yeah, and Vayne's she's just a sacrificial pawn in this game, right? She's just now completely useless. She's basically out of the game. And now now it's on blue side to play around and leverage this Lucian Nami.
Agreed. I'm going to start striking Aora and Rico more if they're not calling for more resources because this dragon needs to be taken soon.
Yeah.
But I do like what Aora is doing, literally just lane locking himself to pressure. I think I would see a lot of Namis overcomplicate the game here, try and roam. Nah, just sit there and push.
Yeah, I like
tower.
this a lot. I love this. I agree.
Play for lane.
What is Pantheon doing right now? Can we start looking from blue sides now? So this is another example. Why is Pantheon taking Raptors? We could have just done Dragon here. This is a free Dragon again, right? We can just play for Drag.
Or it's a mid to bot dive with Ari push. There's so much you could do here.
The mid to bot dives I think is a bit hard because they're versing a Galio, and Galio has really good anti-dive. But yeah, I think we should be stacking Dragons 100%.
Wow, he's playing for Grubs over Dragon. This is interesting.
I don't think this was intentional. No, I think it's an adaptation. He's like, I'm on top side. I wanted to play for the Raptors, and it's like, oh fuck it, let's just do the Grubs while I'm here.
Yeah, this is so interesting.
And by the way,
this is so illegal that red team get the dragon.
Yeah, I mean, if I just zoom out high level as well, I mean, obviously we could cheat a little bit, but the red team get all the dragons. They lose 1. So if I just zoom out high level, you had winning bot and you're losing dragon. So what are you doing?
Now I would way rather be red team now, because now what you've got is Galio can do a really good job of actually preventing dives on bot side, and Bess is winning the top side 1v1. And so now what you got is Lucian and Nami are really not. What are they going to do with their lead?
No, it's falling away from them,
The game is really difficult.
Let's give a half strike to Aora for both not calling this dragon situation and also face checking the dragon once it was already gone.
Can we break down that skirmish?
Yeah, let's look at some micro and what's going on here. Because it looks like this Amumu is playing really well.
Right, so play this out from here. So what ends up happening is that they know Pantheon's topside because he just got the rift. Nami waddles into the river, even though they literally just did dragon. So I don't know what Euro was face checking bot side river for. Galio does a nice little R actually to save the Amumu, which was really, really good.
Yeah.
But
slightly bad CC layering by the Bard and Mumu. They did not layer it perfectly to be fair.
It's hard to say if Galio could have maybe disengaged potentially, but I would say yeah, that was a little bit questionable from a Euro there walking into the bot side river after they had taken the dragon, and it was a bit of a split map scenario.
Yeah, 100%.
So let's talk about win conditions here. So we've got two different win conditions, right? We've got blue side needs to just sack this Yasuo. He's out. He's out of the fight. Let's leave Yasuo on an island. He's fucked. We need to play mid to bot. We need to start doing shit around this. We need to start stacking waves and pressuring bot. Now let's and whereas red side, they actually need to slow down the game. And Best is going to mega scale. They've got great team fighting, and they just need to slow down the game. And the fact they got one dragon is really, really good for slowing down the game. Now,
yes.
Let's take a look. Can we go back just a little bit there? What happened? Can we look at how Lucian Nami are managing waves here? If we can put it on blue side vision as well. So this is
sort of see this wave here. Like what's going on with the waves? Like so this one.
So what I'm looking for personally is like what blue side need to be doing is stacking waves. We need to be stacking waves and syncing up our pressure with what our Pantheon is doing here. In my opinion,
this is a pretty rough position for Rico to be in. He needs to crash this wave ASAP. Like what I would recommend by Rico here is you have to use the action that's happening mid to crash your wave.
Yes.
If you don't crash the wave, then you're going to get collapsed on once the action ends. So
because the timing is off.
Yeah, exactly. It looks like he can get it into tower. He is trying to min-max his pressure, which I respect. But now it's time again, like, I don't know. I think what he could do here is just call Pantheon to sit in the lane bush, and then he can just play like a psychopath. Yeah, I think that's the best play here.
Yep.
Wait, this guy no ult now.
Pantheon just goes red to lane gank bot, or even skips the red to lane gank bot, and then they hard win this 3v3. This is a game-winning 3v3 if Pantheon counter ganks, by the way. He just hates his bot lane. I'm just gonna say it. Like he fucking hates
it. The Pantheon's playing like it's solo queue, right? That's what's happening.
Yeah, he's playing for camps, yeah. But again, that's going to be the dynamic of the whole game. We can just repeat it over and over again. Yep. Lucian and Nami are stomping their lane. Pantheon needed to hover more and do things around bot and just never did.
Yep.
There's great learnings for the Pantheon, honestly. He's getting a solid review.
Yeah, for
absolutely.
Sure. So I actually am more interested in, I mean, you guys want to see blue side or red side vision here?
Well, it's up to red side to win the game now, right? So we should be looking at the team that's in the driver's seat.
Yeah. So
Moroshko didn't crash the wave again.
This Bard is really, this is a questionable roam window. Look at the bot wave. Why are we helping our jungle and red buff when the bot wave's in Narnia?
Yeah, we should just be
frozen again. His review's over. Bard's review's over. The game's like bot wave is completely cooked. He's forcing Moroshko to like do random ass deploys again. I would call lane swap at some point, by the way, if I'm Vayne. I would want to run top out of base or something. Just do something creative. Like, get me the hell out of his lane against Lucian.
But doesn't that hurt Ambessa? Like, just let Ambessa chill. I think it's
fine.
I
think
just minimize. I don't like that. That's your 80k biasness there, Charles.
Yeah, I'll own up to that. That's right. I'm wrong.
Ambessa does.
I actually like though what Vayne did here. She just sacked bot and just covered mid while Galio. This is actually really smart. I like what I think this is a good move from Vayne.
I need to look at the execution of this play because this has to have been fucked up, by the way. There's no way this shift shouldn't result in a double kill. And I also think that Aora is fucking up by staying bot in this position. Like, Bard's showed on vision for a long time.
Yeah, there's no reason for him to still be bot. So let's take a look at this. So, well, first things first, at a high level, can we go back? And why is Yasuo in that position? Because if Bard...
Press O. I need to see more of the screen. Press O.
Why are we heavy trading?
Can we, and also I want to look at this from blue side's perspective because this whole thing is really fascinating to me. Okay, so basically what happens here is that this is after the bot play, bot lane are basing, Lucian and Nami are getting really far ahead. And I think this was right after Ari, TP'd bot. Okay, so you can play it a little bit further from this because we went very far back there. So now what should happen, bot, is that Bard needs to stay bot and help Vayne get out this next wave right here.
Yes, exactly right. Exactly right. Again, lack of wave clear.
Exactly. Then now, right? from this point, they actually don't know. Bard didn't show on the map, so they don't.
No, I think Nami like going bot here is fine. By the way, this is correct.
Yep.
Hold the freeze. I mean, if I'm Ayora, by the way, I'm doing a wide flank to bot behind Vayne. I'm just trying to get in Vayne's face, stop Vayne's recall, get in Vayne's face. There. And I would never show. This is where you should fog as a support.
Yeah,
you want to be near bot,
fog, yeah.
but not actually show bot, so that the enemies don't know where you are. That's the most pressuring thing to do. Him showing on vision here is not fantastic.
And okay, so this is actually quite smart from Pantheon. I actually, so they didn't fully know it. So they could have maybe used some game sense to say, okay, why is Bard not bot? And then Vayne showed mid, but yeah, that was after. So I think actually Red team played it really well. I mean, minus obviously Bard not getting the wave out. They played this pretty well. They hit the intention really quite well. So now let's go to red side. Let's go to red vision and play it out. No fast forwarding, please. And press O.
Yeah, get O off my screen. So
how do you zoom out? Is it like
control shift?
O button.
Z, right?
Press the O button, Nathan, right now.
No, that would be thank you.
No, you can zoom out further. Like,
you press keybind. You hold down Control and Shift at the same time, and you scroll mouse out, or Control Shift Alt or something.
Oh, there it is. Control Shift Z.
There we go. My eyeballs.
Okay, so Amumu just missed the bandage toss and then sprinted into a tower and died. That's
that Bard ult was way too late as well. It was way too late on the Bard ult.
Yeah, correct. So yeah, I think pretty average execution by Amumu. Definitely choked this play. I would say that Pantheon deploying top is a big mistake, and I would have preferred Pantheon to maybe even just dive mid with Ahri or something creative in that window. I think just let Yasuo rot.
Let Yasuo rot. Exactly right. They need to let Yasuo rot this game. I agree.
Yeah. Okay. So a lot of this game is going to be on Lucian. Like Lucian, if you press X, Nathan, is going to be a shit ton of gold ahead. Yeah, she's 1,000 gold ahead of Vayne. Very important to play around Lucian now.
This game's all on Rico. But it's hilarious. I always default to looking at the jungler. It's actually so hard to review. I just review in such a weird.
Yeah, you're shaking the camera around as well. You're giving me like what's it called? Like seasickness.
Because when I jungle review, I junglers are zipping around. I gotta check. I got a F key and stuff.
Yeah,
right? Like,
my eyeballs.
You guys just look at like this. You guys just like looking in a midwave, whatever. Like you're just guys looking there.
Pretend you're observing the LCS or something.
Yeah, exactly. So I think really what you should do is zoom it in a little bit, so it just so we can see the characters on the screen.
Yeah, League's a fighting game. Let's remember that.
There we go. All right.
Okay, so I like what Bud's doing here. Double downing on the Ambessa win con. This is good. This is nice.
Yeah,
Galio gave up on the lean. Interesting. Galio started leaning top and then went back mid instead of full committing.
He doesn't have R. He doesn't have R.
Good roam by Rico, I think. Like, let's see how they. Is this good? This is very.
What happened? I don't know. I was just my eyes were glazing over.
I know it's really fucked. Nathan, you got to lock the fuck in, or else I'm going to get very angry. Like, let's watch the rotation. So Rico shoves mid, and then they're 3-man leaning to top. This is a good play to begin with. So what red side need to do now is make the play fast. They need to make a quick pick, and then you never go for more kills here on red. Watch the fucking combat, Nathan. What? They get the first kill, and then they run back to tower. The fact that they're extending this play with no mid fire is very bad. So good initial play by red, but then they extended the play too much, right?
Yep.
I think that's the main problem.
Yep, and they're not playing around the fact that Lucian, had was mid and Vayne's a soloing bot. Exactly right.
Yeah. So I think this is a pretty good adaptation. They can break the top tower here because we're past 14 minutes.
The problem this game is that the win condition for blue team is really hazy. Like, it's a very hazy win condition. Like, you've got strength with your Lucian. Like, you've got good skirmishing. But, like, how are you going to turn that into a win? That's going to be the tricky thing. Like, if I'm in blue team right now, I'm just thinking, okay, we have to get this rift. And we have to play, like, push the pace of the game here. Like, that would be my mentality. Like, I want to really, like, get shit done.
Yeah.
Rift is in 17, so I think this tier 2 tower is just a mistake. I think we overstayed this, right? We should recall. There's too many objectives up here. So, wait, what do you guys think? Is this more worth losing tempo for this and this?
Okay, so I can get very complex with here. Let's pause the VOD and talk about this, right? Because the reason that blue team is staying top is because red team are going to do dragon. So Rico is making the call. Someone on that team is making the call. Okay, let's trade dragon for T2.
Yeah.
But if you're really trying to win competitive games, you have to think one move ahead, guys. Like, what's going to happen if red team do dragon here? They're going to drop tempo to do it. So if you base as blue team, redeploy,
you get 2 for 1.
Yeah, they will get dragon, but then you'll get wave push on every wave at once, and then red team are fucked, and they're going to get starved. They're going to lose their whole jungle.
Take
and
all their jungle. Yeah,
exactly.
Even mid
So
tower.
that's thinking one move ahead.
Yeah.
That's hard to do, though. That's
very hard to do. So I think it's a fine call from them to trade the dragon for the tier 2. I think it's completely reasonable.
Yeah, it's what I'd expect. They don't scrim together or anything. They're just having a crack, you know. So
exactly
I think this makes sense. Beautiful taunt by Galio. Damn. Yeah, they're just getting micro-checked as well in this fight, by the way. Like Bard just lands a double stun in that fight.
Can we rewatch that fight and without just in normal time?
I did do it more time, did I not?
Was it? Okay.
Yeah.
Press O, Nathan, when we fight, please, so we can see the whole screen.
There we go. All right. So Galio TPs to defend the tier 2. Nice R. Very nice R from Mbessa.
In and out. I like the in and out here. This is really good skirmishing from red team.
Yeah. Galio played that fight really well.
Look at that back in.
And Bard, nice Bard stun.
Popping off.
Yeah. It was very good, yeah.
I'll be honest, I actually think it's really hard for Lucian to play into these champions because you're so low range. Like, I'm just speaking from my experience as a Galio player. I love versing Lucian because it's like, he's so low range. So like, it's actually, I think Rico, it's actually a very hard fight for Rico, you know, into those champs, especially with the Bessa diving on your face and you got Galio diving in. It's not easy.
No, I would say that fight is borderline unwinnable.
Yeah,
they also had no Lucian ulti. They can't play range. The only way you win is by kiting with Lucian Army, and they couldn't do it.
So what they should do is get the TP and run away.
So they didn't get tier 2 and they lost dragon. The game just exploded, right? Isn't the game
is basically over?
Yeah, game's basically over in my opinion. I don't know how blue team win. They failed to translate leads through bot. They haven't got any neutral objectives. Basically, they've lost 2 dragons. Like the game's fucked. The game is really
let's get this off my screen. I think let's end the review.
Yeah, but I think we look at one. I want to look at one more fight. One more major sequence.
Let's look at this fight then. Here we go.
So what I want to do is I want to look at it now from red team's perspective.
Yeah, let's go red vision. Let's look at Mbessa, dude. I want to see what Mbessa does. Mbessa should be able to get side push on every opportunity. So interesting deploy by Mbessa. I would have thought you would go top here
with TP.
No, I actually like this. I do like this. The reason I like this is because he's the win con, and he needs to be here for this fight. It's third dragon. There's no tier 2 top side anyway. So like you just be here for the fight. Like this is actually
Galio can just come here and just defend this on death timer. It's fine.
But this is actually something that I learned from AJ. So AJ taught me a lot about winning games in mid game. So shout out AJ. So basically what he told me on fighters, like if you're talking Yones and things like that, right? Once you're strong, you just need to fight. You need to group. And a big common problem you see with people who play these sorts of champions is they get so obsessed with like min-maxing like farm and side laning and split pushing that they never attend fights. So like even though he fucked up the execution, like the idea of grouping here and like putting your body in the area and just fucking sending it, I love it. I think it's really good.
No, it's cool. This is good. This is high level solo lane play. I like it.
Yeah, it is.
I wouldn't have done this myself. Can we watch the execution of that fight?
Let's look at that fight. That's the big fight here. Okay, so basically...
Let's watch it first from Mbessa's perspective, and then we can watch it through Vayne's perspective.
Why is Galio in Narnia here? What the fuck is happening here? Can we look at this? Like, why is he here? All right, so let's play it out from here.
So Mbessa does shove out top and then base for the next objective.
Yeah. So
I guess this is also why... Yeah. The whole game needs to be played around Mbessa's shoving move, so he should just never forward, right?
This is really bad from Galio. I mean, you got baited. Like, the enemy have moved from mid. You're now getting pincered. Like, all you had to do was Galio here is not make a play. Wait for Mbessa to redeploy back onto the map and play for third dragon. We're adding a lot of chaos in this moment.
This is just the concept of timers, right? Like, Mbessa, you have to play the game off Mbessa's timer. Like, she pushes top, makes Yasuo respond, and then the game starts for the red team.
And what I also don't like, why did Lucian go bot here? Lucian
sacked mid push entirely.
Just sacked mid push. So what should happen here is that Lucian should just be staying, hover, let Pantheon push back, and go back to this next mid wave. Lucian needs to be going back to this next mid wave here.
Yeah, this guy's dead. This guy's
Yeah, I mean, he's just
He's stuck,
slowly will
yeah.
get chipped down, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so let's go back to red side vision, Nathan, and look at the big fight on bot side. So now
Yeah.
Mbess is moving
Press
out,
O.
knows that that guy's dead.
Okay, so good ulti, chain CC, insta kill.
Yeah.
I don't know about the flash auto, but I can understand it. Good movement. I think it was purely just the flash. I think she's just outmanned.
Why is Bard not here? Why is Bard not the fight? That's the real question, right?
Yeah.
Bard should have recognized a mile away that Mbess
no
is
one
moving to
hitting
bot
this
fight.
wave.
Why is he just
Yeah.
hitting mid tower or hitting mid wave? That was a
I
waste.
really
of
don't
time.
like it when I see these supports showing on Vision. I'm just thinking of Cupcake Bard, and I
Yeah.
just never see him on Vision.
So different.
Yeah.
You know, he would just be
Cupcake's
here.
the
The premise is, guys, pressure with jungler. If a Mumu goes into bot jungle, Bard goes into bot jungle. It's really that simple.
And honestly, if Bard was at this fight from the start, that actually would have gone completely different, in my opinion.
100%. Definitely agreed. Marushka with a highlight play here. Look at this E flash. Ready?
Ooh.
And then look at him sidestep the bubble as well.
Oh my god! Someone signed this guy
Oi.
straight to the LEC.
Yeah.
Hell
That's
yeah!
EUNE.
Hell yeah!
E gaming.
Yep. Love it. Well played, Marushka.
And so, look, at the end of the day, I think that is kind of the end of review fight there.
Yeah.
But I think, I mean, to be honest, I don't really think anyone played this game extremely clean. I mean, maybe
No.
Mbessa. I think Mbessa, for the most part, played a pretty good game. I think Galu actually had some shining moments, some sloppy things.
Ruined it at the end. Yeah.
You know
Vayne
what
did
we
the
should do?
best he could, right? Like a lot of sacking.
She
like,
fucked up
facing
her wave a
support.
few times. Like the
Yeah.
key to playing Vayne in these games is firstly you just don't pick Vayne. It's completely just unplayable. But if you're gonna pick Vayne, you need to like stop trying to crash waves. You need to base on freezes instead of base on wave crashes. That's what I learned making the Vayne guide recently.
So you know what we should do, guys? Every game we should do an MVP and a LVP,
What's an LVP?
least valuable person.
Oh my god!
Okay, well,
I thought you were gonna say like a best and fairest or something, like something
MVP would
positive.
be
No, we can
Saurus.
have a who's got like someone who had a crack. So we can have 3 awards. We can
Okay,
have
so I'm gonna give
Participation
that.
award.
Having a crack needs to go to Stella because she made some great decisions.
Yep, agreed.
In a tough game. So well
Agreed.
done.
So,
Least valuable player is
MVP.
Pantheon, in my
It's-
opinion.
Yeah, Pantheon
Sorry,
didn't.
it's
do a lot
MVP,
this
LVP,
game.
and what is it? Participation award.
Well, that's like we'll
That's
call it
the
having a crack
fairest.
award or something.
The having a crack award. Yeah.
Having a crack award. I think Stella had he had a crack. He definitely had a crack. I was actually going to say, I think Bard really fucked this game. I was going to say Bard LVP, but
I think the
it's a
Pantheon.
the
I think it's
Pantheon
more the
is,
Pantheon.
yeah, he ruined the game level 1, right? Like he could have.
And then kept invading Raptors. It's literally
Kept invading
just like,
Raptors, didn't play. Yeah, Pantheon. It's obviously Pantheon.
yeah, it has to be Pantheon. Just
All right.
unbelievable lack of win condition and assessment. Like if I'm Lucian, I'm like very pissed off.
Yeah,
Agreed.
fuming.
All right,
All right,
done.
let's
Moving
go.
on. Next one.
Yep. Let's get out of here.